Hi, I'm Jennifer, and I'm about to get real with you and long overdue to share my story with you, where I started, how I ended up as a Beachbody coach, and how do I get to where I am today. So I started out September of last year, 2012. On my own weight loss and fitness journey, and at the time, I was only 29 years old, and that summer I had a lot of kidney issues. I went through the summer with multiple kidney stones. I actually had to have surgery to get the stones removed. I had kidney infections. I went to the doctor for my annual checkup. I was considered obese in my weight. I was talked to by the doctor for about my cholesterol, that I was having high cholesterol, and not only that, I was just, the way I felt, I felt ugly. I felt depressed. I hated to look at myself in the mirror. I didn't even want to get dressed in the morning. I think I may have had one pair of jeans that I could get on anymore. I just wanted to stay in my sweats all day and didn't even want to get out. I didn't want my husband to look at me. I didn't want him to touch me. I just felt bad about myself. I was like, I'm so ugly. I'm so fat. I just didn't feel like anybody could love me for who I was then and everything. So that September is when I started. I said, I'm going to do something. The doctor had given me 3 to 4 months, which would have brought me right around between Thanksgiving and Christmas, to get my cholesterol back in check. And so that's what I did. I started working out on my own. I started out at close to about 140 pounds. I'm only 5 feet. I'm barely 5 feet. I'm probably actually under that a little bit. But so I started out at 140 pounds, and my body fat percentage was a little over 33%. And my journey started walking in my community. I just started going for a morning walk. I'd put my youngest son, Austin, in a stroller, and I'd just go for a walk. So it started out like that for a couple weeks, and then I started at the gym. And I made the commitment to do it every day. I did cardio every day. I went to the gym and did resistance training and weight training 3 times a week. I made no excuses. And I tracked my diet for a while on MyFitnessPal, and kind of got a hang of where my calories were and what I needed to eat and not eat. And so I was able to kind of do my diet on my own then. Now, I didn't deprive myself. I still had treats and sweets every once in a while. I didn't deprive myself, and that's one thing as far as when you go and you're trying to do good on a diet. You will never stick to something if you don't allow yourself treats and stuff every once in a while. So I did. My goal when I officially went on this journey, I wanted to be 120. At best 115 pounds. And I kept doing it and kept doing it, and the weight was coming down. And you know what? By Christmas, I hit, it was about 112 pounds. I was blown away because I, in my wildest dreams, never thought that I could get down to that weight. That wasn't even my goal. I surpassed my goal because it was something I stuck to and I believed in, and the more I kept doing it, the more I was like, I can do this. I can do this weight goal and then some. And then I didn't stop there. At the first of the year, say around February, I got down maybe a pound or 2 more, but I hit a plateau where I wasn't losing any more weight. I wasn't losing any more inches, even though I was still on my diet, persistent on that, even though I was doing maybe an hour cardio almost a day, and I was still doing my weightlifting. I was just like, man, what in the world? And I was on a plateau for like 2 months. And then I started, a friend of mine who was stationed with me in Okinawa had mentioned Okinawa, Japan, which that was a few years back. I would say 2 or 3 years prior to this. She had mentioned Shakeology to me, and for 2 years I kept saying, no, no, I'm not going to do it. It's too expensive. And well, she ended up getting stationed here with us, lives like 5 minutes down the road. So that tells you how God works right there. And she brought the Beachbody opportunity up to me again. And I was working currently on my personal trainer certification, because through my own journey, it made me realize I want to be there to help others. I want to do this for other people and give other people the freedom that I felt in myself, that came along with my weight loss. And it's not just a physical weight loss. It was such an emotional journey for myself as well. I feel confident again. I feel like I'm able to be loved by my husband, even though he loved me then. It's just how I felt. That's why I decided to get my personal trainer certification. So I was almost to the end of my training for that, and the Beachbody opportunity got mentioned to me. And I was like, you know what? I'm at this plateau. I don't know what else to do because I'm already doing everything. So I'm going to give Shakeology a chance. And that's the only reason, honestly, that I became a coach, was to get the discount on Shakeology. So I tried Shakeology the very first time, and that I had the shake, and it was great tasting. And I remember texting my upline coach. I was like, what is in this stuff? I am zinging right now. It gave me so much energy. That was my initial experience with Shakeology, that it gave me so much energy. And then I could tell that next day, that the first day that I tried it, that when I did it, I wasn't craving some of the sweets. I still had the sweet tooth, even though I was dieting and stuff. I still like my little treats and sweets and stuff. But Shakeology helped me to get over that. And Shakeology is what made me believe in the product and believe in the company. And I will tell you, from there, I noticed quite a bit of differences. My hair was kind of falling out a lot, coming out a lot, like in clumps and everything. When I started Shakeology, probably within that first month, my hair dramatically stopped, almost stopped completely of coming out. My nails, I had one nail that would always break and crack right down the middle, and it doesn't do that anymore. My energy and my cravings and just everything that Shakeology has done for me is what made me believe in the product. And I want to show how God brought me, because I am a person of faith. I am a Christian. God has led me through this life and has totally blessed me and my family, led me down the path that I am right now. And I believe He's done it with a purpose. But to show how He has worked for me and to Beachbody, after a couple weeks or whatnot, I just joined. My upline coach offered to a ticket to Summit, which is the annual conference that Beachbody does in Vegas. The room was totally paid for. The ticket to the actual summit was actually paid for. I was like, what in the world? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So who wouldn't jump on that? All I had to do was pay for my plane ticket. And I was like, okay, which we're a one-income family. It's just my husband. He's military. I'm a stay-at-home mom. So I was just like, well, we can do the ticket. It's going to pinch us a little bit, but we can do that and stuff. But so when I mentioned it to my husband, there was tons of roadblocks at that the week that we were supposed to go to Summit. My husband was supposed to go out into the field for that week. And so I told my upline coach, I was like, I appreciate the opportunity, but I can't do it. I need somebody to watch my boys for me. My husband's going out to the field. And a couple days later, my husband calls and tells me they changed the dates. I was like, what? He said they changed the dates to the following week. Supposed to be that weekend, and you cannot reschedule it without paying a pretty large fee. So I was just like, I told my upline coach again, I was like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be able to do it. I have this coming up, and it just not gonna happen. And she put her faith and trust and stuff in me and asked me if this was something I really wanted to do and work as a business and to grow and everything in. And I was totally committed and stuff. So she offered to pay my exam reschedule fee. So everything that was considered roadblocks all of a sudden opened up for me. And it wasn't by my doing. I think God totally worked in that, because this is what He had meant for me to do. It was another way of reaching out to people, to changing lives. And for me, being a woman of faith, that it will, I hope that His light shines through me, that other people can see a child of His when they encounter or interact with me. And I'm not saying I'm perfect at all. I have my downfalls. I probably multiple times a day disappoint Him, but yet He continues to love me and have grace for me. I'm very blessed. But anyway, so I went to Summit. Great time. I came back changed. Some of the stories, success stories they had through the business opportunity and just the weight loss stories that I heard, very inspirational, very moving. And so I came back wanting to push this job. But I did come back because spending money and stuff. I told you we were on a tight budget and everything. I came back, and I was a few weeks later, we got mail, and it was from our bank, and so I just kind of set it aside thinking it was just like a bill or a statement or something. And a couple days later, I finally opened it, and it was a check. We had just bought a house the previous year, so it was a check for escrow overage. And when I think escrow overage, I was like, okay, well, it's gonna be like $50, $100, nothing really. This check was $1,600 that came to us, and that day I broke into tears, and I fell to my knees, and I thanked God, because that was the confirmation. And not only that, but that was a confirmation too that I was doing the right thing, that He's going to get me through this and help me financially to reach out to others, to pursue my passion. And to this day, I'm very thankful for the journey that I've been on, for the people I've met along the way, for the people I'm going to meet, and for God really bringing this into my life. I just want to show you some before pictures of what I look like, and bear with me, they're just computer printed here. But here's my first picture. That is me and my hubby. I was probably a little over 140 pounds right there. And this is me too. You can see the belly and the gut there, and that's my youngest son, Austin. And this was 4th of July last year. So you can tell that I've had a dramatic change, and it's not just physically. It's health-wise, it's emotionally, and I am ready to pay it forward to help anybody who's willing to let me help them. And just to kind of share with you guys my weight loss journey and how I got into Beachbody. And I appreciate you watching this video. Didn't mean for it to be so long, but thank you, and I look forward to talking or seeing with each one of you guys. Have a great day.